The greatest threat to our ocean is believing that someone else is going to save it. I'm here before you to tell you that we often use this quote, and we're very well aware of this quote, but it is attributed to the marine conservationist Robert Swan. So I'm here to speak to you and share with you the journeys of the ocean, and to tell you to take this quote not as a warning, but as a challenge. So scientists have us believing, which is a fact, that we have 8 million metric tons of waste going into the ocean annually. And to bring that into perspective, all of you will understand that it amounts to roughly about 900 Eiffel Towers of waste going into our oceans every year, annually. That's a large, gigantic sum. And you can see, week after week, in the news, in the community, in your ocean sides, so many beach cleanups. Despite diving for debris, despite cleaning the oceans month after month, year after year, the ocean throws back all its waste and plastic back at us. So it got me thinking, what we be doing wrong? There must be something we're doing wrong. And it was one of those days I remember very clearly where we took our young environmentalist school students for a beach cleanup, and there was a very young student who turned around at the end of the entire beach cleanup and was quite proud of all the amount collected. And very, very intellectually stimulating question. He asked me, do we have to come back here next week? Do we have to come back here next month? Will the trash show up again? I was almost, no answer. Like he'd have to come back. Yes, the class would have to come back. So there was this child who gave me an eye-opener, and I said, we need to retrace our steps back into the lanes and by-lanes, into the hutments, into the slums, or wherever the plastic waste comes from, and actually cut to the chase and go to the source. So thereafter, I didn't do many beach cleanups with my students. In fact, many dropped out of them when I asked them. We will go into the by-lanes, we will go back into the hutment areas, in the gullies, in the lanes, and see the source of plastic. Can we go door-to-door campaigning against plastics and the pollution? And then the number became quite few. But this boy's word rang in my ears, and I said, if you have to get to the bottom of this, you have to research. So there we were, the Young Environmentalist program. I went out, learned diving, and started diving. And since then, I've dived in over 24 countries all over the world. And how many of you go scuba diving? Excellent! What a wonderful motivational group out here, igniting me and me questioning you to join me and my mission. So that's wonderful to see so many hands there in the back. All right, so I've been to all these ocean countries, and you have otters, seals, whiskers kissing you when you're diving deep, 25 meters, right? With crystal clear visibility. Then you have turtles chasing you, and you also have whales, circling around you, all harmless. And then you have a kaleidoscope of coral reefs, beautiful colors, the rainforests of the ocean, all surrounding you to give you a deep inner perspective of what the ocean is and what do you really find inside the ocean. And then as I continued my dives, I saw more and more. And then I discovered I could see so many plastics which looked like jellyfish. And I could see turtles with ghost nests strangling them. And then during some of my dives, I would also find bottle caps stuck between the crevices of the corals. And that's when I said, this is my answer. All the plastic that goes under the ocean, the research started. And with this research, which further developed into the founding of our Ocean School India. India's very first ocean school was established in Mumbai and in Lakshadweep Islands, where we encourage students to come down, researching, diving, getting to feel the ocean firsthand. Of course, the world already was doing a lot. Around the world, you do have ships collecting waste, you do have trawlers, you do have nets, you do have billions of dollars going on. Work is still going on. I'm not saying it's not. Work is still going on cleaning the plastic waste. But ultimately, after establishing the Ocean School India, the young environmentalists stepped into researching into ocean literacy. And then we found, when the UNESCO recognized us for our ocean literacy project, and we were awarded the Green Citizen UNESCO for our ocean literacy project. And coming from India, whenever I was invited abroad, coming from the global south, I would always share many of our landlocked students have never been to the ocean, have never seen the ocean. So how can they save it? And therefore, that's how our ocean literacy took off, and it hasn't stopped since. And we started preparing modules, and we launched a book written by Tanya Satish and myself on ocean literacy, The Waves of Change, and that is used as a textbook full of the modules established by the UNESCO Ocean Decade. And we do share it with all our students, bringing the ocean into the classroom. So you have very fascinating chapters of the ocean coming alive, and then you also have them for field trips for the senior students, and then you have them for research. And then we said, now that we've got an outline of this, how do we enforce ocean literacy? So we had seen a problem, we had seen the situation, we saw that the whole world was working on it. The Ocean Decade Mission 2050 is aggressively working on it. There are people all over the world diving for debris and really coming up with new apps, new methods to help to conserve the ocean. But here we were in India, and I wanted to let our students know that we could also be part of this global mission. So we said we are going to outline a whole series of aims to let more of our Indian students get on to being part of the policy decision making, getting to be on top of being youth ambassadors to represent India abroad, and also trying to make ocean literacy compulsory subject in the educational department. So these were the outlines that we've established so far, and we hope to make a difference. And I'm sure many of you will join us in our ocean literacy mission and come scuba diving with us to see how important it is. And the key here I'd like to leave with you here today, since we're running out of time, is knowledge. And therefore, ocean literacy, I think India is ready, and I want you to join me. I hope you will. Because without blue, there is no green. Sylvia Earle. Thank you so much.